Today we're looking at the Series B V3 playing cards by Riffle Shuffle, an absolutely gorgeous deck, and I cannot wait to show it to you. And this is the first review of these playing cards on all of YouTube, so I'm glad you guys stuck around for this review. Now, if you're wanting exclusive reviews just like this one and deck reviews every single week, then you're in the right place. So subscribe and ring the bell so you can get notified when all these deck reviews drop. So let's get into it right now. Now, of course, the first thing we're going to look at is the tuck box, but just in case you're wondering why all this is happening, we just had our first snow of the year, and there's 5 inches outside, and there's only supposed to be a half an inch, and your boy is cold because I had to move all of our cars and shovel the sidewalks for an hour. I'm just bitter cold, and I just need to be comfy so that later when I'm making gingerbread houses and taking a nap in the snow all bundled up, then I'll be okay. But for now, it's comfy time. So, Series B V3 tuck box. So, you have a really nice, really smooth white tuck box with a wraparound design. So if you actually have 3 of them, the wraparound design looks gorgeous, and you have this layered effect going from the top and layering down, or from this side, the top and layering down. And you'll see that through the entire deck. It's a complete theme, and it looks beautiful. Now the V2s I've already reviewed on the channel. This is basically just a blue and red version, but for the most part blue. And that other deck is mostly just like a rainbow effect. So you can check out that review. I'll leave it in the description if you want to check out that. So that's basically what you get for those 3 sides. The top is mostly blank with a little bit over here, still going in theme with the wraparound. The bottom you get some ad copy from Riffle Shuffle. And then on the inside right here, you get Made on Earth by Humans. Inside tuck flap, the one side has more stuff from the wraparound, and that is it for the tuck box. So let's take a look at the cards. Now for the number cards, for the clubs and spades, you're going to get this blue layered effect just like this. And then for the hearts and diamonds, you're going to get a red and purple layered effect, which is more just from a red to a really, really deep red. You can call it purple if you're wanting to. But number cards, they're all standard, basically just recoloring. But for the most part, they're going to be really easy to see. Really cool. Next one. Court cards, again, are one of my favorite court cards. So if you actually saw my top 5 court cards video, I believe this deck was actually in it. So you can check that video out in the description below if you want to check out my top 5 court cards, which is why this deck right here is so freaking cool. So again, you get this layered effect. It reminds me a lot of Memento Mori. Just super freaking cool. So we have Jack of Clubs, Queen of Spades, King of Diamonds, and I'll show you the Queen of Hearts in a second. And that is because that is one of our 2 ad cards. And by ad cards, of course, I don't mean jokers, I mean actual ad cards. So one of them being just the Riffle Shuffle logo, still with the layered effect. And the other one is a duplicate Queen of Hearts. Now the other thing you should probably know about this deck is that it comes in mnumonica stack. Now, not only does it come in mnumonica stack, it actually comes in more than mnumonica stack. Now what do I mean by that? Most time, like, you get mnumonica stack and that's all you get, right? So you get the 2 ad cards, which in this case was the 2 jokers on the top of the deck. Then you have mnumonica stack, and then you have the queen and the Riffle Shuffle logo, right? This one I had a little bit of a bonus where the 7 of hearts was flipped upside down. So if you're wanting to, you can, one, do something with mnumonica stack. You can do something with the duplicate Queen of Hearts. And now you can do something with the flipped over 7 of hearts if you're wanting to perform something like red pill, blue pill, or so many other effects that you can make up with this deck right out of the box. So it can literally be in the cellophane. You open it up, and you have mnumonica stack, a duplicate, and an upside down card already in there. So the amount of ideas that you can come up with is absolutely insane. Now I want you to tell me what you would do with the upside down 7 of hearts in the comments, because I want to see a bunch of crazy ideas. And you never know, maybe I'll use one of them in a video. Now for the duplicate jokers, you have the Sirius dog. It's actually a constellation, which is how we got like this more like star type deck of playing cards. So super cool, love it. This is what you get on all 3 of the decks. These are the V1s, 2s, and now the 3s. All look super dope, super freaking cool. But enough talking, let's get into the aces. So from my least favorite to my favorite, just because it's always the same order every single freaking time, we have the Ace of Clubs, then we have the Ace of Diamonds, we have the Ace of Hearts, and then of course the beast mode Ace of Spades. Now the reason I like this one so much this is the only one that has both the red and the blue and the deep purple. So super cool. You get some light blues, you get some dark blues, you get the white. This is the only one that has both colors. It honestly just looks gorgeous. You can't really get away from the fact that you have to love this ace. So super dope ace of spades. Let's show you the back design. The back design is going to look just like this. So it's going to be just like what you'd expect from the Series B line, except for it's done in all of the blues and white with a medium white border. So it's going to look gorgeous when doing any cardistry moves. If you've seen any Riffle Shuffle video, you'll know that that's true. Honestly, absolutely beautiful. Check these cards out in the description, which are 10% off. Now, before you do, you also want to know a few more things. 1, can they faro well? 2, do they handle well? What do they feel like? When you get these cards, what are you going to handle? Like, do they handle like crap? Do they just look good? Like, what? I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know, not just actually what they look like. So first, let's see if these bad boys can faro, right? So from bottom to top, absolutely gorgeous. No problems whatsoever. And then from top to bottom, which can definitely change depending on the deck. Oh, that was actually even easier. So yeah, no problems when it comes to farrowing. So when you fan it, this is what a face fan would look like. And then when you fan the back design, it's going to look like this. So packet cuts are going to look great. Everything is just going to look super smooth. Honestly, beautiful deck. Wouldn't change anything. So literally, it's a gorgeous deck. But not only that, so it looks good. It fans well, so the finish is nice. It's printed by USPCC, so you know it's going to handle well. What's it feel like, though? Because there's a lot of different types of feeling, even just through USPCC. So there's 2 ways that I can tell you that, because I can't just hand the deck through the screen, although I wish that I could. So the first way, I tell you how thick it is, and the second way, I tell you how it feels. So the thickness of this deck, if you just give it a quick spring, it's middle of the line. It's pretty simple. It's right down the middle. Maybe a little bit thin, but it's just on their classic stock. There's only 2 stocks at USPCC. There's the classic stock and there's the premium stock, and it's on classic. So then when it comes to how it feels, there's a few ways that I can tell you. So there's buttery, there's middle of the line, there's crispy, or sometimes you can call it snappy, and then you have stiff. So buttery is when you can perform under pressure freakishly easily. Middle of the line is just like a normal bicycle deck. Snappy is when you can perform hot shot without bending the card and it doesn't go anywhere. And then stiff is when you can hardly move them. So how this deck handles, well, let me just show you. Under pressure, freakishly easy. Stupid easy. Hot shot, though, also works. So this deck has a good bit of both. But if I had to lean one way, I'd say it's between middle of the line and buttery. This deck definitely feels great, especially once broken in, which this deck definitely is, because I've been using it for a couple of weeks now. Seriously, beautiful deck, and it honestly just handles so well. Now, I don't like a deck of cards it's going to be freakishly buttery or freakishly snappy, because then I only get one world. I want best of both worlds, and this one definitely gives me that. So, after all of that craziness, who should buy it? It depends on who you are. So if you're a magician, you should definitely pick this deck up. It doesn't have like a magician intended back design, but the amount of things that go into it, the Queen of Hearts being a duplicate, mnumonica stack, the upside down 7, the amount of things like that, honestly, I would definitely pick this up just because the amount of things you can do with it. Cardistry, obviously, duh, right? I don't even need to say anything more. If you're wanting to play card games, you can. I would just make sure you know who you're playing with, because I wouldn't want to play with something like this and have someone bend all my cards. So as long as you're playing with the right people, that's fine, because it's not marked or anything. Everything is easily recognizable. You're all good there. Is this a collector's deck? 100%. Everything from Riffle Shuffle, you can just collect like all the Riffle Shuffle decks, or now all the Series B decks, because this is now the V3, and it's just a cool deck to go on there, which is now on my top 100 decks, which I'm going to do another live stream in next November. So if you haven't seen that live stream, you should definitely check it out, because I'm giving away 2 decks like literally right now in that live stream, which is, I'm literally giving away my 2 favorite decks of cards. Thanks. So seriously, check out that. Yeah, enough with that. So you can do card games, you can collect it, magicians love it, cardists love it. Is it a hype deck? Heck no. Heck no, it's not a hype deck. I don't even need this anymore. definitely not a hype deck. So if you're wanting to pick up this deck, it is 10% off down in the description below. So please make sure to go through the description. It does help out the channel when you do so, because you guys don't have to pay anything more, and I do get a commission from it. So then I can put more time into getting things like this mic, these lights, so many more things. Hopefully soon a tripod if I don't get one for Christmas, because I'm currently connected to a hat stand, literally. So I really can't wait to show you guys all the fun things that I have coming up. Put more time into Descendants playing cards. So if you guys are going to get cards, get it through the description below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is Card Perfect, signing off.